Wow. Okay. Live again. And experiencing a little bit of lag here and there. Hopefully not too much. I don't see any big drops on the bandwidth at the moment, but that could change. Hey everybody, it is me, the Mindless one with Mindless Fun. Just popping in, seeing how you guys are doing. Not really. I'm not just going to be chatting here. I just wanted to check and see, make sure everything's running. Now, that said, I think it's time I go ahead and start in on what I'm trying to work on today. I'm going to be working on a little bit of a drawing. And from there, if I want to go into a game, I'll probably go into a game a little bit later. Who knows? We'll see. I kind of freed up the schedule for the day, and, that's that. So, here it goes. Let's switch on over to drawing here. Meow. And there we go. Whoa. Hello. What's that say here? What's that say? That Crunchyroll in my live chat there? How dare Crunchyroll itself come into my chat? No. Monsieur, no. What is that? What is that? Let me see that. Is Crunchyroll in my chat? Huh? Oh, that's the wrong chat. Here we go. Let's go into this one here. There. How dare you? How double dog dare you? No, that is the Twitch chat. What the hey? You swine. No. You should not be in the chat. Go away. The only one that should be in the chat is probably Thantali. And even then, that's a big if. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on over here. All right, yeah, this is just a drawing stream. It's not a gaming stream here. There's not going to be any Minecraft at this time. It's just me working on a few things here for a game, and it's mostly just because I haven't done this in a while. I kind of want to. Okay, yeah. That's the message that I deleted a little earlier. Okay. I was wondering what that was. All right. If anybody wants to know what this is, feel free to ask. Again, just drawing. Not really doing much of anything other than that. I don't know whose art is being was used as the reference image here. This is just the reference image that I was given. For the character Uh, again, I'm just trying to make something either similar to, or at the very least, distinct enough for there, and just use this as a basis for what for this particular character. Brain. And I have to keep reminding myself to look up at the chat every so often because I am currently running this off of my iPad. So you have to forgive me. I don't have my iPad up here so I can look and see if there's any sort of changes here. I actually am holding it as if it were my old school, paper pad. So if people are over on the Twitch side decide to send a sound alert here, they're more than likely going to get me popping over here going, what happened? What happened? What happened here with this? What have you done? Wait. Okay. There we go. What on earth? Okay, something's screwy here. That doesn't look right. Okay. All right, something's weird. Give me a second. Let me just switch off to the pin display real quick here, and I'm gonna go right back to the application. Okay, I don't even have this locked. Why is it acting like it's locked? All right, that is weird. It should be a lot bigger than it is. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I think I see what's going on here. Is it? There we go. Okay, I think I saw what was going on here. All right. Now I got to redo all my edits. Edits. Yay. The system is good. The system is great. It also does not care for you one single bit. There we go. And pull that over there. We'll just round that off a little bit because I don't need it rounded off too much. There we go. Had to redo everything back to normal. All right. And I guess I'll pull the YouTube chat down here. I don't like that, though. It's so hard to read. Let me pop that out. There, that'll be a little easier to read. I got multiple screens, so I can do this. Easy enough. Alright, let's see, where are we at here? Just trying to finalize the shape of the body here in a way that I liked. I originally started off with sort of a contemplative look sort of pose here, but I really did not like how it was coming out. I honestly did not like how it was coming out. So I kind of moved the arm down a little bit here. I'm still gonna have the arm crossed pose here, but we'll see how it looks. I mean, I may end up scrapping this particular pose and trying something else. But Seth, if you're watching, Yeah, this is Kobos, your character. I doubt you're watching. I doubt anybody from that game is watching at this time. They're either working or asleep or both. Hard to say. One of our players is, well, she's all the way over in France right now, I think. Not sure when she's getting back here. I think she's getting back sometime early next month. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Oh, excuse me. Oof. No caffeine. No caffeine whatsoever. Ah, well. And if anybody's wondering what this music is here, this is the soundtrack to Mass Effect. And I should have done that here. I didn't want that. Okay, there we go. This is Mass Effect 3, actually, specifically. Bought this thing a long time ago. I think it actually came with the soundtrack, too. Ah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Not that. Yeah, I think that works a little bit better. This guy always struck me as kind of arrogant, but not without cause. I mean, he's intelligent. Don't get me wrong. The character is intelligent. He's just also kind of full of himself. There we go. I'm still working on a few of the different features at the moment. Just let me work. Let me cook a little bit. Just a little bit. My little guy over here is being just a little bit what's the word I'm looking for here? Laggy? Just a little bit. All right, let's see here. But yeah, just finalizing some of the shapes on the body, and then we'll move into sketching out the clothing. And I thought the music was going to be, at least for right now, it's kind of inspiring. It helps keep me in the mood to keep drawing. There we go. I gotta look over here every so often because this guy is not actually. Hey, Thantali. Yeah, decided to go for my iPad.
I'm back, bitches!
I hear that you're back, bitches. Welcome, Thantali. All right, let me see. I'm moving stuff around here so I can get a better look at certain things, certain elements. At least I'm trying to. There we go. There we go. Got to keep certain elements visible, otherwise it starts to lag out on me a little bit. Yeah, I decided to go on, start off on my iPad, and if it loses battery, or if one of the devices loses battery, then I'll switch off to my tablet, my graphics tablet over here on the computer. At least for a little bit here. I may end up going and doing a little bit of gaming, Dentali. I personally, after hearing a little bit of the plight that's going on over in the Helldivers universe here, I've decided I might actually decide to take up a little bit of the fight. Might. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I'm just finalizing the design of the body here, or at least the body shape. Guy is not supposed to be all that muscular, but I do want to give him a little bit of definition. Yes, mostly because, that's where, that's where the Mechanicus makes its base here in 40K, but not just that, I kind of have a soft spot for the red planet. In most universes, crazy stuff goes down on Mars, Mass Effect universe, where the soundtrack I'm listening to hails from here. Mars is literally the site of Prothean ruins that skyrockets human technology 100 years forward. So it kind of has a little bit of sentimental value if you think about it. So of course I want to save Mars. I don't want to see it in the hands of filthy squidlings that have absolutely no connection to Big C. Big C. I'm fairly certain Big C doesn't authorize anything that's going on Mars either. So. So I'm going to probably try to, maybe a little bit later, stop off into Helldivers, see about trying to possibly, what's the word I'm looking for here, grind out a little bit more super credits to get some war bonds. So it'd just be on the easy difficulties here. I'm not trying for veteran or anything like that here. I just want to grind out the super credits and get a war bond going. And if there's still a little bit of delay between what you type and what shows up on the screen here, I'm sorry. Not much I can do about that. Like what we were saying last night, got a bunch of, little snotty gamers getting off school now and hogging up the airwaves, so that's bound to happen. One of the things that I like about using my my iPad to draw, I can actually change the angle of the brush. This is, or of the, in this case, the pencil. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. I can change the way that I hold my pencil. For example, if you look over on the right-hand side, you can see this little scale right here. That controls the size of the brush here normally. But if I were to, say, be a little lighter, I can draw a lot smaller and softer. Or I can push down and make it a little bit bigger. However, if I change the way that I hold the pencil and say, like, I'm trying to create a rubbing, I can end up making it real soft, real big like that. And that just helps me fill in some areas that I can essentially just come back through, erase a bit of it here, and leave behind at least a small smidgen of what I want. I really like that. It's one of the advantages of having this this iPad, as opposed to going off of my graphics tablet. Yep. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to help if you have a bad sense of anatomy. Because I seem to be having that in spades right now. Yeah, definitely having a issue with my concept, my feeling of the anatomy. Well, in my case, I just need to do a little bit more study on it, and you don't study in drawing without doing the actual, work. But yeah, it won't save you if, per se, you decide, oh, hey, let's let's go and look at a picture here for a little bit. No. In this case here, looking at the picture isn't going to do me any good, because I already know how it should look like. I'm just not looking at it in the bigger picture here. You got to look, you got to stop looking at it up close and start getting up a little bit closer to it, or getting a little bit further away from it so that you can see it. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Whoa, I went so high pitched that didn't come through. What the hey? Okay, now I gotta see how that looked. I'm sorry. Wow. Oh, wow. When I go higher pitched, I really can't be heard on the... Well, I can be heard, but I can't... My little guy doesn't react to it, which is weird. Yeah, no, that's what I mean is my little PNG tuber here doesn't react, which is weird, because it should be reacting to even the smallest amount of audio. And I just ran out of water. I'm doing way more talking here too, so I'm going to be running out of here a little bit later, trying to get some water going. Oh God! Why didn't I get water when I needed it? But yeah. This is Kovos. This is not my character. This is a character I'm drawing for another player in our vector campaign. Those on the YouTube side can go ahead and check out the playlist that I have listed there if they want to know about this character. Otherwise, feel free to ask. But oh boy. Oh boy. So I just realized I gave this guy a really big Megamind head here. And I'm not sure if that's what I really want to go with. I think I need to take this down a little bit here. They're not supposed to be, he may be smart, but his brain casing isn't as big as his IQ. It's a little better. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that like that. Really not sure what else is going to need to be more defined on the body. So in just a second, I may end up just starting to go and get the clothing and armor blocked out here. What color should I do the clothing and armor in? Got any suggestions then, Tolly? I don't hear nothing. So it must mean that Thantali has decided to sleep away. Well, of course, you could go with dark green. Yeah, I get that. I mean, you always appear as dark green in every place that you appear. So I get that. Let's see. Well, then for clothing, for sure, I need to go ahead and make that green. But for any armor pieces, what I should probably do is when I start blocking those out, make them in purple. Maybe do the hair that way too. Okay, there we go. That doesn't look right. Come on, Mindless. Yeah, you're green and purple. Terry is green and pink. I don't know why he wanted me to match those two colors together. They don't really go together all that well. Granted, they do go together because there is a bit of red in pink. And I think that's probably what he was going for. He kind of wanted me to stay closer to the hot pink sort of color spectrum when I was designing his overlay. And I decided to just kind of go with a big old mishmash of color for that. I mean, it made more sense for someone as chaotic as Terry to just make it that way. No. True, but you gotta always remember that the color wheel is your friend. Whatever is oh shoot, now I gotta look this up here. 'Cause that's always fun here, the color wheel. There we are. One of the things that's directly on the opposite side of green is red. And that red, that's going to go, it's a complementary color to rather red is the primary color and green is the complementary color. So that being said here, it does kind of make sense in a way that hot pink is going to combine well with green since it is a little bit more on the redder spectrum. I say redder spectrum, redder tint, but it essentially is a red color, so it does pair well with green. Likewise, when it comes to purple, purple usually doesn't pair well with green. It's a complementary color. It's a complementary color of yellow, which is the primary color. But under certain circumstances, it can be made to work well together. And any artist with their salt will find a way to make it work. Any artist worth their salt will find a way to make it work if they were given that challenge. I mean, case in point, Barney the dinosaur. Okay, now that I'm going to have to go look at here. Huh. Okay. Do you mind if I show that on stream? All right. Give me a second. Let me just grab a quick little display capture real quick. See if that's the right one. No, that is not the right one. No! That is the wrong one. There we go. There we go. That actually looks pretty cool. Okay, I can see where the little, scanner thing is right over here. It kind of looks like a Mandalorian style helmet. Yeah, the infinity window. Okay, I'm loving the shoulder pauldron over here. This shoulder pauldron, I'm not sure what to make of that. Kind of looks like it's a cannon sort of strapped on there. The knee joints here. I forget what those are here on the. I'm guessing those are part of the greaves. Okay, but they look industrial. Was the best word I can look for here. The whole thing screams industrial, like it's been weathered in industry. And I love it. Ah, why is this in front of me? Why is this in front of me? Put that back there. There we go. Okay, what is going on with you? Yeah, I like it. I really do. I like that. That looks good. Thentali. Kudos to you. This is pretty. This is a pretty epic. This is a pretty epic build here for your No Man's Sky character. I need to hop back into that at some point. I really do. You're most welcome, Thantali. Okay, I'm gonna minimize that here. Get back to what I was working on here. This guy is not gonna be as industrial looking. Yes, they really have. They've done so much to the game, and I keep coming back every so often, and it's changed dramatically. Okay, now here's where things start getting a little bit dicey because some of the anatomy works, some of the anatomy doesn't, so we gotta go in and try to see if we can't make it work. Okay. I gotta ask. Oh, wait. The most recent update was relics where you can build fossils to display. I had heard about that. I didn't actually get a chance to do that. I did know you could dig up fossils, but I didn't know anything about putting them on display. So that's actually pretty neat. Okay. Well, definitely, that all the more reason why I need to get back in there. No, he doesn't need to be hippie. He needs to be lean, mean, and ready to run away. No, it sounds like a great addition. It really does. It does sound like a great addition to the game. And they should definitely continue to improve upon it. I mean, heck, I'd like to see the full-size skeleton of whatever you find on display somewhere. You know? Especially if it's something gargantuan. I want to be able to see that and go, ha 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 ha! I found that. Exactly. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty much the body shape in general. So next I'm gonna gotta try and see if I can't get as much of this referenced art here to match this character. And somehow or other, this foot is going to be the absolute death of me. I don't like it. So we gotta find a way to fix it. There we go. That's at a better angle now. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Go back over here because I do need to come back in here and start erasing a bit of things here. The reductive part of the drawing process. Now that's the thing, though. I need to come over here and take a look at these. These are... Okay. Let's go ahead and go tiny for this. Tiny! Very tiny! Okay. Okay. This is still all just a sketch phase, too. Good Lord. I want to be done with this already here because I want to see how good I'm going to make it later, but I know that I know that it's a process. You gotta trust it. You gotta go through it. Doesn't mean I don't want it to, end quickly here because I want to get through it quickly and just get to the end result. But if I don't trust the process, if I don't go through it slowly, methodically here, it will end up being nothing but garbage. And I don't do garbage. I barely do the half-baked crazy things that I do normally. You know? Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, no garbage allowed. Let's see. For the hair, let's come on over here. It looks like he's got essentially not cornrows, but they're definitely rows. Just don't know what to call this. Strips?
Powering up Banana Pie Gatling Launcher. Acquiring targeting data. Lock on target of Mindless. Firing. Pump, 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 pump.
Broom. How did you know I needed banana pies? How did you know I needed banana pies? No. We're going over here real quick here. Oh, okay. What the hey happened to my model on this screen here? I thought I fixed that bug. What is going on here? Hey boom, how did you know? There we go. Oh, for the love of all things weird, why? Okay. Looks like it doesn't want to do its normal duty, and it has decided it wants to go crazy on me. There we go. So, how's things going, Broom? Well, that's the nature of and the beauty of the internet and technology. It works when it wants to, not when you want it to, unfortunately. I'm hoping that your day so far is going well, Broom. Let's see. Where was I?
How have I not asked for souls yet?
Because I'm not doing anything that requires me to get souls. Like, seriously, did you think I was going to be getting souls on an art stream? And besides, any souls that come through here are going to be mine. On an art stream, every soul that comes through here is mine. Get your own. Did you want me to Yeah, but I guess I should add something else here. Give me a second. All right. Check out the sound alerts now. And go hog wild.
Emotional damage.
See, that makes more sense when it comes to what you what you meant to do. Okay, that one. Oh, that one did make me laugh. I like it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me... Having a little bit too much fun with that one. I like that one, though. All right. All right, going back to the drawing capture here. I saw that one while I was looking at the catalog, and I was like, that looks fun. And it does, and it sounds fun too. I don't know what it's from. It just sounds like me when I'm getting I'm in danger. Just sounds like me when I'm getting frustrated, like Yosemite Sam, only a little bit more family friendly. But now that I say that, I kind of want to see if I can find a Yosemite Sam sound alert. Is this it? Yes. 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 I found it. I found it. I found it. Somebody use it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's Karn. That's Karn if ever I heard him. Oh God, that is Karn. Right there. I actually need to adjust some stuff here. I wish there were some sound alerts that I could use via YouTube. I'm pretty sure there is some way to do that. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, I agree. It was a pretty good ending to the campaign. I'm looking forward to the next one. Although, again, I want to stress this: we never resolved the evil goose. We never resolved the evil goose. He's still out there. We need to figure out what Terry's gonna do with that here, because the evil goose, we can't let him forget about it. It's one of the reasons why I added the honk last night to his stream. Herk. Herk. Okay, let's see. Almost done with the hair. Or whatever passes for this guy's hair. Yeah, I agree. The goose has got to return. There's no way he can introduce that thing here, keep teasing it, and then we never see it again. No, it's got to come back. Okay, I think that looks pretty decent. Kind of giving him the smarmy chin, though. I don't know. Just kind of how his this guy's personality comes off as. I'm gonna go ahead and. Whoa. Okay, wrong one. There we go. Keep that there. Let's see. What does his clothing look like here? Looks like standard BDSU here, but what can we do? All right. Before I get too engrossed in this here, I'm going to BRB. I need to get more water. I've already talked myself into getting partially hoarse. And not in the nay sort of way here. I'm talking about the my voice. My voice. Sort of thing. So I will be right back. Just like the ever-present evil goose. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oop. Okay, good. I am back. I was like, what? What happened? Horses don't say nay, they say... And I'm going to try my best here to put it in the best possible way they say it. They say, Wilbur. I grew up on very, very old reruns of those. I mean, that show was old when I was young, actually. Yeah, so yeah. What the hey is going on with this song? Oh. That's what it was. Okay, so let's see. Kind of looks like he has a little bit of a high collar here. So I need to make sure I can capture that. Given the angle that he's at here, it should look something like this. I don't know about the mouth placement. I may change that. Of course. Get Smart. That's another good one that I liked. I did like the movies that they made of those. Of that. Yeah. Just the endless hallway of locking doors. Or I'm sorry, unlocking doors. Wait, am I thinking the right one here? Am I even thinking the right one? I could be wrong. I'm wrong on a lot of things. I'm just gonna assume that I'm wrong here and just move on. I'm gonna assume that I'm wrong about whatever I'm remembering and just move on. Okay, let's go with the sharp edge for the shoulder. See how it looks. And we'll work on that from there. And then, of course, we'll put the shoulder pauldrons on top of that, but I want to get a good idea of how his clothing is going to look before I start putting on the environmental suit or second skin, whatever we're calling it in that game. Yeah, that's the one. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Looks like he just has regular gloves. Your guess is as good as mine. The cone of silence would be awesome to use. Just I don't know how you'd pull it off either, other than straight up banning somebody. Something still looks off. And I think it might be the hip placement here. Okay, I think I know what I need to do here. I don't like what I'm gonna have to. Oh, for the love of. Let's invert that. There we go. Okay, and now I have to just realign everything else here. Yeah. I don't like it when I have to do this, but sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's absolutely necessary, and this is the time to do it right now instead of when I'm nearly finished. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Well, actually, now that I think about it, Thantali, the Cone of Silence, if you're a moderator, you might be able to pull it off by doing a timeout. But I'm not sure that... I'm pretty sure you're not a mod. I could be wrong, though. I don't remember. Yeah. So if you were a mod, you'd be able to put people in timeout for a little bit. But otherwise, nah. Yeah, you can time out a user or remove that timeout here, stuff like that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm tempted to do that to you right now, Thantali. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's see here. What does he have here? He's got a... Looks like he's got a... The belt has its own little basic battle skirt to it here, or is that part of the overcoat? I can't tell because it doesn't line up with everything. I know you'd find it funny, but they'd probably get rid of me for abusing my powers. Unless, of course, there's a legitimate reason to time somebody out here. They probably would not like it if I went ahead and timed somebody out. The admin logs are very, very thorough. I could, but then that sets a dangerous precedent in that group here. But I could always go ahead and time you out in other places. I mean, over in the gaming Discord here, I could time you out there and then say, "Hey, you wanted me to do it," but I mean, and then everybody, and especially knowing Terry, he'd probably have a good laugh. At least that's what I think. You know how he is. He's every bit a griefer. Oops, that is not what I was trying to do. That is what I was trying to do. You can't add the clips there? Oh, yeah! Yeah! Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like, Dantali, clip it! I can't! What do you mean? Well, technically speaking, you don't have to add them there, because he can go back and see who clipped what on his dashboard, but I don't think he has the patience to go through and do that. That's usually what you don't even have to, all you have to do is tell me that you clipped it and I'll find it. But that's because you know, I know where to look on my account here. I'm not about to start telling Terry how to go and find that sort of stuff on his own here, because it's much more fun to watch him stress about doing it. Oh. At least I think so. That is true. That is true. Wait a minute. Egads. Fantulli, you're not even a moderator you're not even a mod over on the gaming Discord. I have power. That you could do. That you could do. That you could do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time figuring out where to go from here on this drawing. I think I'm just gonna start adding stuff and seeing where it sticks. Yeah. Kind of has this little wrap around here for the cloak. Yeah, and knowing Terry, he'd laugh about the whole thing. He'd yell at me in the moment and then say, "That was funny. That was funny." And then he'd wonder, why didn't I think of that? Shoot, at this point, I think I may just try that next time. Why is the phone thingy? Okay, hang on a second. What is going on with this here? What is that? Okay, WebSocket is off. That's good. Okay, that's why. It's probably using that instead of that. Okay, that makes sense. All right, that's a little bit better. Had to use the wrong. I was using the wrong audio code. I was using the wrong codec for noise suppression on the microphone. That's what it was. You eat. No, we're doing it. We're definitely doing it next time around. I cannot recall if Terry was going to stream today or not. He probably is not. I think he had something to do. And if he didn't, then I'm mistaken. But yes, we are in accord. We're going to do that. Oop, that is the wrong one here. There we go. Thought I had switched out already. Kind of almost sounds like the Batman the Animated Series there for a second. At least to me, that's what it sounded like. Hmm? Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and come down this way. We'll just add a little bit of basic big patterns. We'll come in, maybe add some smaller patterns a little bit later. Yeah. Gotta be BTAS inspired. Yeah. Yeah. At least I think so. The part you're not seeing is probably the most interesting parts. I say interesting parts here, not really, but me constantly switching up my hand grip to get different effects out of this pencil. I'm doing most of it just, as on the fly. It's almost like a nervous twitch at this point. I mean, artists, musicians are no better than artists with sounds here. And artists take, inspiration whenever they... Uh-oh. Well, it definitely looks like I'm losing battery on my pencil. No! Can't believe I'm losing battery on my pencil. Yes, I can. I didn't charge it at all. I forgot. So I'm probably going to switch off to either Helldivers, No Man's Sky, or switch off to my to Krita. Who knows? I don't know. I don't have anything that I'm working on Krita at the moment with. I don't know what I would do if I switched off to it at the moment. So I may just switch off to a game. Okay, that's not looking too bad right now. I think the armor parts are going to be straight up purple. Then one of these days I'm going to have to remember to charge my pencil. Okay, what is this? I don't remember this being in Mass Effect 3. What is this? Because this isn't in Mass Effect 3. Where the heck is this from? What is this? Watch the skies. This is Skyrim. What the heck? Why is it... Okay, why am I over... Okay, I did not put this on smart anything here. What the heck? Okay, no. If we're going to... I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going back to my regular... I'm going back to my regular synthwave here. Good grief. I don't care if it gets demonetized over on... Because I'm not even monetized over on YouTube. Doesn't matter. There we go. Just go back to my regular synthwave. That's more or less the vibe we're going for this way anyhow. Okay. Okay, I'm liking how that coat is looking, though. It really has. It really has. I mean, every time I report a bot, it gets dealt with, you know, within the hour of it being reported. Yep. Okay. I need to show the player what progress I've made in just a couple of hours. This isn't even, like I said before, this isn't even my character. You know, this is somebody else's character that I'm drawing. Mostly because I like the story, I like the characters. And I've drawn just about all of the characters so far. With the exception of my own character and the DM who is currently playing the ship. Let's see. No. Come up here. We come up here. Call that good. Yeah, that could work. I don't know what it is about Twitch. I don't know what it is about Twitch reacting to bots with fire and passion of a fire and passion ant here, but hey, I'm not complaining. It gets those things off the web. Does he have anything else? Yeah, he probably has a hard suit here. Yeah, we can call that there. Yeah, believe me, I know. Clock app just needs to get its act together. I don't know what it's doing. But yeah, the clock app is the one that's got me worried here, and I'm not worried about going and streaming over there anymore. I kind of wanted to, but it really does look like it's getting worse. The book stand. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, the book of face. That's the one you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're both pretty bad. They're both pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, I don't blame you for thinking that both of those are pretty bad here. They are pretty bad. They do not have their things together. They do not have their ducks in a row. They are quite literally the excrement of the world of streaming. Which is stupid because TikTok used to be pretty good. And now, I say used to, it was never, it was never perfect. It wasn't the be all end all here, but it was decent. And then they started letting their algorithm run wild. Fine, get all their Cobra chickens in a line there. Oh. Let's see. Wrong thing. Come on now. Oh, man. I am feeling like I need to take a nap already. I don't like that feeling. I'm gonna brew myself something to... I'm either gonna brew myself some tea or get myself something caffeinated here in a little bit to drink. But I don't like that. Well, what can you and I say here then, Tully? We're old. We're not like the youngsters. Not like the youngsters with their Fortnites and their Roblox. I hate it when I'm right about that sort of stuff. I hate it when I'm right about that sort of stuff. Not only does it mean that I have facts here, but it's also very depressing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Actually, now I need to look for something here. Okay, I need to look at something here. Actually, you know what? I was looking at a new soundbite right now because I gave myself the idea and then I swiftly talked myself out of it. I swiftly talked myself out of it. I may add it to Terry's stream though. I may add it to Terry's stream, though. Okay. Awfully quiet over on the play button app here, but over here on purple app, everything's pretty lively. I say as everybody is quiet. No. Don't be curious. Don't be curious. Because if you're curious, I'm going to want to spill the beans, and I don't want to spill the beans. I want it to be a surprise. I definitely want it to be a surprise. Hello. What the hey? No, not what I was trying to do here. Great. Looks like the chat window here decided to flub up. There we go. I just have to refresh the chat window for a second. Sorry about that. Don't know why, but the chat window on stream decided it wanted to flub up. I may get rid of that entirely. I personally like interacting with people here and seeing people interact, but I'm probably going to get rid of the windows on screen just because it's I mean, it's only your fault here when Terry's present. I don't see him here in the chat. Yeah, I like seeing the interactions too. It's one of the reasons why I included it on Terry's stream when I designed it. But for some odd reason, the program that I'm using doesn't integrate very well with all the other chats that it's part of here. I would like it to include the chat, or at the very least to include these chats over to where at least I can see it. But no, they only include one, which is derpy at best. But it is what it is. Gotta make do. I tried looking for a plugin that it would at least allow me to view the chat. Yeah. Yeah, the clock app has issues with that. If nothing else, I want to be able to view the chats here in a singular app, or at the very least in a singular location. But alas, unless I feel like paying money for it here, I can't do that. Yeah. Yep. I would love to get away with not having to pay. If I made affiliate, that would be great. I mean, shoot, at this point here, I'm halfway to my goal of becoming at least having the numbers to get affiliate. Where I'm at. I'm meeting 1 out of 4 metrics right now. One of which that I'm meeting here is I've streamed for over 8 hours a month. I have not streamed 7 days out of the month just yet because I'm mostly over moderating Terry's stream, which that takes up an awful lot of time here. I'm not quite at 50 followers yet. I want to get 50 followers, and then I can make affiliate. And I don't have an average of 3 concurrent viewers in my stream just yet. I'm at 0.6. So I got a little bit more than half of a person in here. Fantali, how much of a person do you constitute? Yeah, it is a good question. And I'm curious. I'm very curious. Okay, let's distort this a bit here. I'm not sure how elder universal beings translate to being... You know what? That's fair. That's fair. So maybe collectively, all of the peoples that are in my chat only equal to about maybe half a person. So we're just going to go ahead and go with that. Let's see. Okay. Go ahead and take this in a bit. What is today? Today is Thursday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm not quite sure how much... you're asking me to quantify? I don't think I, or Terry count as actual people. Artemis might count as a person, but only slightly because she's a vampire. So she probably constitutes at least 0.25% of a person. And the only other person in my chat that could possibly constitute more than that would probably be KofiBot. Yeah, but they're not much of people. mean, you got to look at this from a robot's perspective here, because that's the only thing that's doing all the measuring is the robot. So if the robot thinks that there's not nearly enough people in the chat here, it's going to go ahead and say, well, this person is a vampire, so obviously they're not worth a whole person. So we're going to go ahead and just make it, assign it an arbitrary number. Robots are weird. Ugh. Okay. Well, I haven't seen any activity over on the play buttons app. So I may end up getting rid of that particular chat altogether. It's becoming weird. I mean, where else would we get calculations here? I'm too lazy to go about doing calculations. I don't know about you. And apparently my screen capture may have died on me. What? Yeah, it did. I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice it. And of course, it's not getting battery. Yeah. All right. Well, everything decided to stop capturing here and stop powering. So I'm going to go ahead and call it that for the art stream here. We'll go ahead and move off to game streaming here as soon as I get everything to start charging. Let me go ahead and pull this off of the screen. Oh, no, it's not a big deal. It happens. Let's see. Why is that there? Let's go ahead and delete that. Whoa! Okay, that was the wrong one. Whoopsie! Oh well, I'm not too broken up about it. Let's see here. I can always re-add it later. But go ahead and pop that off the screen for right now and switch on over to just chatting. And I need to refresh the Twitch chat over here on this end too. I keep forgetting about that. Give me a second to do that. Twitch chat, there you are. Refresh that. There we go. And we'll refresh this one over here too, just to be on the safe side. Oh, listen to some of the D&D stream, and loved how you got it into. Oh, the Karn voice. Yeah. My big inspiration for the Karn voice was I forget her name. It's the person who's always telling Mike Wazowski in Monsters Inc. The person who's always telling Mike Wazowski to file their reports, to file their paperwork. I forget her name, but whatever her name is, that was the big inspiration for it. It was like, Mike Wazowski, Oh, Roz. That's who it is. Yes. No, you're right. And what is going on with Twitch chat again here? Why? Okay, something's fishy here. Okay, there we go. Ah! Never mind, that's the wrong one. Go away! I gotta go back over here. That's not it. Go away. There we go. Sorry, Thentali, give me a second. There we go. Ah. Where are we at here? There we are. Where's the pop out function here? Where are you at? Where are you at? Nope. Nope. Yeah, because for some reason it's not. Ah, there we are. Pop out the chat. There we go. All right, try and type something in there now. It should work. In fact, let me go ahead and try and type some things over here, see if it'll pop up here. Okay, it's not even showing up in the stream chat here. Good grief. Scuff! Scuff, I say! Yep. That's a big uh-oh. Give me a second. I'm going to delete that. We're going to try and redo it here. Ah! My face! There we go. Ah! Okay. Let's see if that works. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, that is the wrong thing here. Let us try again here. Just trying to get on my nerves here, you. Let's see if it'll show up or not. There we go. Starting off at the top. Okay. Well, it's there. Kind of scrunched, but... There we go. Let me edit this a bit here. Why is it like that? I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and scrunch it down a bit here. Maybe, no. And then call that good. Put this over here for now. There we go. There we go, ish. It's not an ideal solution, but it gets the job done. Which, again, like I said, I'm probably just going to get rid of the chat boxes entirely eventually. Just it's becoming stupid. All right, I am going to worky greater than no worky. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's see, put that down there. What the? Okay, hang on a second here. Okay, put those chats down there so I can at the very least see them. Close out a few things here, and we'll get things ready for gamey. All right, but I do want to round this off a little bit here, just because it looks a little bit better that way. Yeah, I feel like chilling a little bit more here than I do feel like slaying the enemies of mankind. And it looks like Curse Forge wants to update here. So we'll go ahead and change change everything here. Give me a second, because I gotta pull stuff up. That's the wrong thing to pull up. Dumb ways to fail. Well, I now need to update my my stream information. Where is that? There's that. Where's the other one? There it is. So we'll update all the informations as we can. Let's go over to the dashboard. Okay, Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, there we go. That's not it. Ah, there it is. Gaming. Okay, we'll save that. And edit it over here on Twitch with the same name. And I gotta update which thing I'm doing here, and this should be... There we go. Update that. There we go. All right, things have been updated. And it looks like... Oh, yay. It looks like... It looks like there's an awful lot of delay over on whatchamacallit here. On both streams at the moment. Yay! But I've gone ahead and I've updated everything. Okay, so I'm loading up the... Yeah. So it may not be delaying it on your live stream here, but it is delaying it on my end here so that it looks like I may have to go to an ending screen here while everything else catches up. And then I'll just end it here at the end of the stream. I'll tell you what though, Thantali, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here for right now. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then I'm gonna come right back here. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just end the stream so I can go get something to eat. All right. I'll catch you later. I'll be back soon.